The people didn't actually earn the helmet if they didn't get it before the patch. Gatekeeping has officially begun. Alright, let's see what this comment says. Never change, Sweats. Okay. That's the point of it. Being the hardest difficulty, it's not for everyone. You did it, man, and honestly, people who get it after don't deserve it, in my opinion. Okay, that's crazy. Let's see if we can find more of this gatekeeping. Or at least people's response to it. I got the helmet and I don't care. It's not an achievement. Getting some crappy digital reward on a game is never ever gonna be an achievement. Alright, man. This guy's probably a hard guy to hang out with. These people will still not get laid, won't get a job, and won't have anything if they had the helmet. An ugly looking helmet at that. Okay, this is not gatekeeping, but what is this comment, dude? Holy cow. Definitely a bit of a child way of putting it, but in my opinion, I do think games should have unlockables that not everyone is going to get. Heck, I'd bet. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's go back to that. Unlockables that not everyone is going to get. Yeah, sometimes, like, it doesn't, like, no one's going to get unlockables. Like, not everyone's going to get unlockables that are easy to get. You know what I mean? Like, this sentence is just like, I don't know. It's like you're putting cosmetics on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense for, like, not everyone's going to get, like, a legendary weapon that has a 1% drop rate. Like, that makes sense. But it's like, I do think games should have unlockables that not everyone's going to get. When you apply that to cosmetics, it's like, dude, nobody cares, man. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares how hard the cosmetic is to get. Nobody cares how many people get the cosmetic. It's silly. It's silly. Even this guy said it's a bit of a child way of putting it, the gatekeep comment, but at the same time, he wants certain cosmetics to be, like, you know, like, super hard to get. Only a couple people can get them. Like, that's cool. I think that should exist, you know, but I don't know, like, I don't know what he means by not everyone's going to get. It's like, bro, not everyone's going to do a lot of the things in the game. It doesn't make it, like, any more special. Like, I'm pretty sure not everyone beat Space Marines to begin with, you know? Heck, I'd bet if Halo 3 was in today's game market, a boatload of people would complain about the unlock requirements for recon armor. I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know. Exactly though. Like, I played Halo 3 pretty, like, a lot, and I could not care less about recon armor. Like, what? I bet it's cool. I don't know. I just think having unlockables be something for doing specific things lets you wear your achievement, so to speak. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just think it's like kind of short-sighted to be like, oh, I have this thing and not everyone's gonna get it, so that makes it special. It's like, no, like, not every person who plays a game goes out and unlocks everything, even if it's easy to get. You know what I mean? Many people are collectionists, completionists, and they care about cosmetics more than progress. Okay. Some people like you think people should care about gameplay and progress more because that is how you see it, but you cannot force others to feel or see it the same way. For many people, cosmetics are so important that they are worth real-life money for them. Okay, just because something's worth money doesn't mean it's important, first of all. Yeah, like, I don't think anyone's like, oh my god, I have to get this cosmetic. It's, I want this cosmetic, you know? Many people paid for the most expensive pack and pre-ordered just to get an exclusive skin. Yeah. But I think the context with that exclusive skin here is if they started selling the exclusive skin to people who didn't pre-order, would I get angry because I have the exclusive skin? No, of course not. Like, how silly is that? And that exclusive skin is cool. Is it important? No. But I do like it. It's very cool. Reminds me of the you didn't deserve the win. You were just spamming the same move over and over. Oh my god, is this an Elden Ring sub? You're a scrub. People from fighting games. Let people play the game and get cosmetics they want. Yeah. Or I guess he meant get cosmetics how they want, maybe. But yeah. I'm only going to use it to mess with my friends. When they get the helmet, I'm going to tell them mine means more because it's pre-patch, but that's only to them. Downvoted for messing with my friends? Some of y'all need to get out of your feelings. Yeah, he's clearly gonna just joke around. Like, come on, guys. I'll upvote you. Hey, brothers, this guy got the helmet before 4.1. See, nobody cares. I mean, honestly, you could just put, hey, brothers, this guy got the helmet. Nobody cares. The helmet's cool, though. I do like the helmet. I think it's cool. Hopefully one day I'll get it, you know. And I do like the fact that we do have something that, you know, like a little trophy for beating lethal. That's cool. That's cool. To be honest, I'm a little sad I took a short break from the game. I actually quite enjoyed the day one lethal difficulty, and while I'm not going to complain about the rebalancing, I do kind of think it's a shame I wasn't able to earn my helmet before it was made easier. I mean, there's no shame about it. That's kind of the point. Look, if you want lethal to be harder, go into lethal and just use a pistol. Don't use your, you know, your Q. Don't use your special abilities or whatever. Don't use any melee. Boom. Now get your helmet, and then boom. Now it's a bigger achievement for you. Or I have one. Go through lethal, and as soon as you get downed or whatever, you have to quit the game, delete your character, and then re-grind and get your character up to lethal difficulty again, and then repeat the process until you get the helmet. How about that? How about that? I do think it's a shame I wasn't able to earn my helmet before it was made easier. Okay, dude, should we wait? Should we wait on the patch then for you? Like, this comment, as like kind of relaxed as it is, it's still just kind of, you know, it implies some things that just don't make sense. It's like, dude, it's not really a shame, is it? Did you want your helmet to mean more than the helmet we have on lethal now? It's silly to think that, but if you still want that, you know, you can have that. It just, you have to get creative. Play only using melee, but you're the assault in lethal. Boom. Someone has a lot to say about this helmet. I agree with the first point. However, saying people don't deserve some crappy cosmetic because they didn't complete every operation on pre-upcoming balance patch lethal is a pretty selfish mindset. As selfish as the people in the sub who want the entire game to be without challenge because it hurts their feelings that they're bad at the game and they refuse to acknowledge it. Okay. Sometimes you just need to pay attention to this game. There's nothing like too crazy with the mechanics. If it's orange, dodge. If it's blue, counter. You know? As selfish as the people who don't want challenge in the game. It was objectively unbalanced for some of the lower difficulties. I don't want to hear it. Honestly, I don't think it's possible for Saber to balance lethal to where it will please all or even most of the community. I disagree. I'm actually seeing some great stuff from patch 4.1, but we'll cover that later. You have your own mega sweats, of whom I am one admittedly, who want it to be unfairly punishing because that adds to replayability to me. I mean, fair? Here's the thing. That's fair. But that replayability, if you're just continuously dying over and over again, it can get a little bit stale to some people. That is what I would consider Souls-like fatigue, where at a certain point you aren't sure if you feel like committing time to that particular objective or whatever you're trying to do there. But I do understand, like, there has to be a very hard mode in this game. I understand that 100%. I can't wait to try lethal out. I just want to get to like level 15, level maybe 16, 17, something like that. Something a little bit higher. I don't want to be level 10 when I do it, you know what I mean? But okay, let's keep hearing them out. It's satisfying to clear a slog of a run where you just barely manage to finish the op despite things going horribly wrong at times. I agree. That happened to me before. I really did not think we were going to win the run. My teammates kept dying. I had no heals. But there was a point where I just turned a corner and there was a medical stim sitting right there. And I was like, oh my god, that just saved the run. Those type of moments are, it's gold. It's gold. It's a very great experience. So yeah, I'm with you a bit here. You also have the more casual players who feel like they should be able to play the same difficulty, but have an entire different idea of how it should be played and how difficult it should be, not very according to a lot of the posts and stuff. They get trounced, and it's the game's fault instead of their own. And thus the game should be this is a run-on sentence. And thus the game should be easier and armor should be easy to regen. Wholly run-on sentence. Enemies shouldn't hit as hard, etc., even though no one is forcing them to play lethal. And bro, we don't need to end here. And there are no gear upgrades locked behind it, like with Ruthless. Okay, maybe, I guess. Bro, I have no idea what he's trying to say, but I'll tell you what. I'm with you a little bit with that. I don't think casuals, like, we shouldn't balance the game around casuals, but we should balance the casual game mode around casuals. This is unlike Elden Ring, where you have people complaining about certain hard things. Everyone's playing on the same difficulty. Here we have easy difficulty. So easy difficulty should definitely not have, like, 10 specialty ball spawns. You know what I mean? So, lethal can be hard. Yeah, let's not balance lethal around casual players, but lethal is still very much hard, at least from what I'm reading. They have a lot of spawns, you know, you get attacked a lot. Substantial felt good for the most part. And like, I'm sure Ruthless is fine also. Like, I'm sure Substantial is just a tad bit harder than normal. That's exactly how I feel it. And then Ruthless would be very hard, and then Lethal would be impossible, but like quotation marks. Like, you have no advantages in Lethal. You are set up to pretty much fight an upward battle the entire time. So that makes sense. That makes sense. But because they're entitled and they feel as though they should be able to clear every difficulty in the game with ease, I hate to use this term, their skill issue. Just play with randoms for any length of time. Dude, Okay, let me try to read that sentence one more time. Because they're entitled, they feel as though they should be able to clear every difficulty in the game with ease despite their skill issue. Okay, I got you. And I hate to use this term. I guess, I don't believe that you hate to use this term, but I'm with you there. If they don't understand the game, they should not be trying to balance it. I'm with that. Just play with randoms for any length of time. People are awful at this game, far worse on average than most HD2 players I encounter. So this guy thinks the average Space Marine player is worse than the average Helldiver 2 player. I haven't played Helldivers 2, even though I heard it's good. But the average Space Marine 2 player, I don't know, sometimes. It really depends. There are definitely certain players who I come across who have super high levels, and I'm just like, I'm not like convinced that they played the game, you know, at a high level, even though they're high level. But I could be wrong. So I'm not going to say I know exactly the skill level of everyone who plays Space Marine 2. But for the most part, people I run into know what they're doing. It's an impossible task for Saber here, and it seems kind of like a lose-lose for them, and not a job I envy for whoever on the dev team is responsible for balancing. I mean, fair. I think they nailed it with this patch, though. Just for clarification, this comment is a little old, but it was released after the patch notes. If it's too easy, the people who want an actual challenge will complain. If it's too hard, this entire sub seems to crap its diaper with multiple daily posts about how it's unfair. And there's my first download. Okay, I don't know. He has one upvote right now. There's nothing that he said that's, like, objectively wrong here. I just think, you know, he said a lot of words just to be like, look, if you're bad at the game, if you're casual, if you're new, stay off of lethal until you're ready for it. Don't ask for lethal balance adjustments. But from what I've been reading, I don't see that much. I don't see that many casual players attempt to balance the game on lethal. I think casual players were mad about the average and easy difficulty being absolutely insane. So, yeah. Lethal should be hard. Easy mode should be easy mode. I have to read this one out. This is funny. Hey guys, I beat Promise Concert pre-patch. I'm still on the Space Marine sub too. Of course, there's an Elden Ring reference to Radon nerfs. I never thought I'd see the day. Casuals are more toxic and molding than the actual top players who have actually done it before the nerf. Yeah, I got my helmet day one, but I've not seen anyone who did it before the nerf run. But I've not seen anyone who did it before the nerf run it in people's faces like how this cringe post is spreading. Okay, I don't know about how much this post is spreading. I guess I honestly, when I'm reading comments here, I don't see too many people are like, you know, there's not too many people saying that their helmet means more or whatever. We did get a few comment highlights of people saying that, but for the most part, it hasn't been rampant. I wouldn't call this casuals being toxic though. You know what I mean? Like they're just having fun making memes. Yeah, I got my helmet day one. I don't rub it in people's faces. But then you call the post cringe. I don't know. Maybe this meme was posted like a million times or something. Okay, yeah. I'm with him. That makes sense, I guess. I don't think casuals are being toxic. You know what? I just want to back up casuals a bit. I did not see a lot of casuals talk about nerfing lethal. I've seen a lot of people talk about nerfing easy and average modes.